Well, hey there YouTube, welcome to my domain. This is Everything Animated. This is the first part of my first impressions of spring 2016. I haven't really watched many episodes yet, but I'm slowly getting there. I've just had a hectic week. I really haven't had a chance to catch up on my shows like I normally do, but here are some of the ones that I've seen, ones that I wanted to see because I'm huge fans of, ones I was interested in, and others I just gave it a shot just because I was curious. Let us begin part one. So, cashing in on the playing video games online genre, we have this anime, and pretty much the story is a guy marries a girl virtually online, and he was burned in the past because he fell in love with a girl online. Turns out he was really a guy, but I guess halfway through the episode they decide, because he's with a group of 4 people, he decides that he wants to meet them all in person. And wouldn't you know it, they all happen to be women. First of all, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but that's super unrealistic. One of them being a girl maybe, but all of them? Please. And not only are they all girls, they're all very attractive girls, and it's like, you hardly get women that play online to begin with, through my experience. For those girls out there that do play the games, I'm happy for you, but there's not many of them, is what I'm trying to say. And this show is just fan service. I'm probably not going to stick with it. I might give it one more episode, then I'm just going to drop it. So this is just another slice of life, cute girls doing stuff genre. The only funny thing that was even in this show was the girl with the long hair and the braids. She gets hurt and completely flustered very easily. I wish she was the main focus, but unfortunately we have this annoying girl. She reminds me of the same annoying girl from School Live, that zombie one. So, because of that, I'm not going to stick with this one. Flying Witch is one of the more interesting shows of the spring so far. It's called Flying Witch. We have this woman coming in. She just turned 15, I guess, and she's a witch, but it's the way that they go about it that's so interesting. Like, she goes and meets her cousin, and they talk all nonchalantly. And the cousin has a little brother and says, "Oh, do you remember her? Oh, she's our second cousin." And then she just starts doing witchcraft right in front of her, and she's just like, "Huh? What are you doing?" But it's just how nonchalantly that they're just like, "Yeah, she's a witch. So what?" As if it's supposed to be a normal thing. And to me, I found that kind of interesting. And then the other guy, he has a friend who's a girl, had her in class or whatever, and she gets introduced to this witch, and she gets to meet her, and she's just like, "Wow, I don't understand any of this." I just thought that was kind of interesting, just how nonchalant everything was, and just the fact that all of it it just wasn't taken that serious. It was just like, "Yeah, I'm a witch. I fly on brooms. We do all this stuff. I'm probably not supposed to say anything, but even if I do say anything, nothing happens to us." Because in other shows, if they find out about it, they get killed or something. But in this show, they're like, "Oh, what happens if it gets found out?" Nothing. And I just thought that was just very interesting. So I'll definitely stick with this show, and I'm not expecting much. But if they happen to do more and go places with this, I'd be very interested to see how they go about it. This is one of the weirdest shows of spring 2016. It's about a guy named Sakamoto, where he's just perfect in every regard and just everything that he does. Nothing bad ever happens to him. Even when a guy pulls a chair from underneath him, he just happens to be suspended in midair because nothing bad happens to this guy. This is made by a studio company that's famous for making yaois, and it kind of shows because there's a lot of kind of gay undertones in this show. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like full on creepy like how yaoi usually is, but they're there, you can see it. A full episode, well, not full episode, but a half episode of them trying to fight a bee in class, and it's just ridiculous. Everything about this show is ridiculous. Yeah, I found myself very captured by just everything that was going on. I might stick with it, but I don't know if I'll keep going with it. We'll see what happens. I was looking forward to this show. I personally wanted it. I mean, I knew it was going to continue, but I personally wish that this, if it could have ended last season when it was Egypt Crusaders, or Stardust Crusaders, sorry, that could have been the last show and I would have been extremely happy. But I knew it was based off of like 8 mangas, and this is number 4, so it's going to continue. We have a new JoJo, and he's pretty cool. I was wondering how they were going to have him be related to Jotaro, and apparently he's Jotaro's nephew because Joseph Joestar, his grandpa, had an affair with his wife with this younger girl. Thus, we get our new JoJo. And I thought that kind of ruined his character because I love Joseph Joestar. He would never cheat on his wife, but I guess that's what happens when shows keep going on. They have to come up with things, even if it breaks, you know, stuff that we love about these characters and makes them seem different. But yeah, what can you do, I guess? Still cool action, still over-the-top antics, still really neat everything. Oh, I'll definitely keep watching this show because it's JoJo, baby. You can't go wrong with JoJo. This one looks really cool. It's definitely going to be an action show. What it reminds me of is steampunk mixed with zombies, mixed with just blood and gore, and it just looks fucking cool. There's these zombies, but they're not called zombies. They're called like Cabane, whatever the fuck that is. And there's like all these different characters, and they're fighting all these people, and all this action happens. I really kind of don't know the story yet because the first episode we're introduced to maybe a few characters and just a lot of cool bloody action, but I'm just ready to see where they go from here. And you know what, if it's entertaining, I really don't care because the first episode was so damn entertaining. I loved it. Can't wait to see more. So if you like food and you like girls eating food, this is pretty much the show for you because food's becoming a thing. You know, ever since Food Wars basically destroyed the whole food genre forever, everybody has to cash in on food now. And now it's like, oh, we got cute girls. What can we do with cute girls instead of the same thing we've always done? Oh, I know. Let's have them eat bread. And let's have them be cute and talk about bread and make bread and eat bread and have stuff that has to do with bread. So this is a show for you if you like that. Me, not so much. This one is one of 2 shows that is being made by Trigger this spring. And it's a short show. I think it's like 8 minutes, 7 minutes long. And it's called Space Patrol Luloko. And it's about a girl who I guess is, in order to save her dad, who's now frozen, has to become a space patrol person. and it looks and has the same style of Kill la Kill. It's zany, wacky, and all that other stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the show. I really don't know the concept or anything, but I'm gonna stick with it because it's Trigger. They paid homage to Gurren Lagann, yay, and that Death Inferno cop, whatever the fuck it's called. So I'll stick with that one. And that was part 1 of all the shows that I've seen so far in the spring. Let me know in the comments below if you like the ones I've seen so far, which ones that you recommend me see for whenever I get around to them. Just let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for stopping by. I don't know when part 2 is coming around, but it will come around whenever I feel like it. So thank you from Everything Animated.